Can't Escape the Magic by Art Fox. Chapter 5. Hi, I'm Aladdin! Who are you? The kid had a ridiculous long blue braid and an even more ridiculous smile. Cinna, do you know where you are? Not really. Some really strong men came and brought us here. Where are we, anyway? Cinna raised an eyebrow at the oblivious boy. You're in Master Fatima's slave cells. You're going to be a slave. Cinna couldn't believe that anyone could be so oblivious. Even after Cinna told him his future, the kid was still smiling. Are you a slave? My friend Moore used to be a slave, but she's free now. His voice was carefree and upbeat. Free? Cinna felt his face become flat, sliding into that same dull mindset that shielded him from Fatima's harsher punishments. The days in the cold cell, the weeks that Fatima had him tied up and blindfolded, left alone in the dark, helpless and afraid. The worst of Fatima's punishments were always mental rather than physical. Any attempt Cinna gave at freedom was cruelly dealt with until even the word invoked terror in him. Aladdin could see the light behind the smaller boy's eyes fade. His blue eyes squinted in concern. Are you okay? Cinna fought to come back from behind his mental walls, but he was left in the quiet of his mind, swimming in an ocean of memories and emotions. Nacht suddenly appeared by Cinna's side. He put his hand on Cinna's arm to get his attention. Cinna, I have all the bowls. Let's go. He shot a stern look at the kneeling Aladdin before leading Cinna out of the cells. They passed the guard who was fiddling with his knife and casting eager glances towards the prisoners. They carried the dinner bowls down the hall. Get a hold on yourself, Nacht murmured, concerned for his friend. We have to serve Master Fatima's dinner now. The two boys left the dirty dishes with a female slave Nacht called Leah. She had thin mousy hair piled on her head and a narrow face, but her eyes were kind as she took the dishes from them. Thank you, boys. Nacht passed a tray to Cinna that was filled with fresh fruit and thickly cut meat. Nacht carried a golden pitcher filled with sweet wine. Let's hurry. We don't want to be late. Nacht led the way to Fatima's private chambers. Fatima never spared the coin on luxury. His rooms were lavish to the extreme, a full bed covered with plump pillows and shimmering silk sheets. One wall was covered entirely by a huge glittering mirror. Fatima was reclining at his desk, writing on some documents. He turned when he heard the boys enter the room. Nacht, Cinna, there you are. He shuffled some scrolls to the side. Place my dinner here. His beady eyes watched them as the two boys obeyed. Cinna, his voice was painfully sweet, like a gealed sugar water. Have you been behaving? Cinna kept his face turned downward, but he made sure Fatima stayed firmly in his peripheral vision. Yes, Master Fatima. Nacht has been teaching me what to do. Good. Good boy, Nacht. I knew I could count on you. Fatima's large hand patted Nacht on the head, ignoring the flinch the white-haired boy gave when he did. I try my best for you, Master, as is my duty. He kept his voice soft and his eyes down. What a sweet boy. And Cinna, what an interesting headpiece you have on. Did Nacht give it to you? Cinna hesitated. It was difficult to predict Fatima's reactions on the best of days. What if he punished Nacht? What if he lied and was found out? What should he do? The boy took a shallow breath. He did, Master. The sun is very hot, and it isn't suitable for anyone to slack off because of exhaustion. Nacht said it would be shameful if we presented anything less than perfection to you, Master. Hopefully the not-too-subtle boot-kissing would work. The quiet of the room was stifling as Fatima contemplated his words. Suddenly the silver-haired man smiled. What good boys you two are. Cinna, if I knew that a mentor was all you needed to curb that attitude of yours, I would have put you boys together sooner. His smile made Cinna want to retch, but he held himself and presented a swift bow. Nacht copied him. We shall leave you to enjoy your meal, Master. Very well. Go now. Fatima dismissed them. In the hallway, Nacht let out a relieved breath. Thanks, Solomon. He's in a good mood. It must be because of that funnel he caught. Do you think? Cinna wondered quietly as they trotted back to the slave barracks. No doubt. He was practically singing with joy. He didn't even throw a slap or a kick at us on our way out. He's definitely pleased. I wonder what they're like, Cinna absently wondered. Who? Knocked opened the door to the barracks. This room was for child slaves, and they were the only two brought out to the stadium this time. So the boys had the small room to themselves, thankfully. They each got a rug to sleep on and a thin cover, but there was only one pillow, so they traded each night. Noct tossed the small pillow onto Cinna's rug and began undoing the tight braid that held his hair back. Cinna grabbed a rag and a chipped bowl of water and began washing the grime off his body. The funnelies. You said they were strong, right? I wonder how Fatima caught them. Noct pursed his lips as he thought about it. I don't know. But I heard Leia saying which cell they locked the funnelies in. We could go look at them. Cinna cast a happy look at his friend. Really now? Let's do it! The two boys quietly crept out of their room, and with Noct leading the way, they searched out the mysterious funnelies captive.